Just about set to go now. And towing the slab in this one, Tyler Wells.
Well, this guy featuring that straight four-seam fastball, but off of it throws the cutter. And really, he's most effective when he's using that cutter off the four-seam fastball just to miss the barrel of the bat. Not always going to see the swings and misses, but if you can somehow get weaker contact, you have a chance to collect some outs. Now, it's going to look the same until the very last second, so hitters are going to have to make a decision and hope that sometimes they're able to guess right.
Clement over to first. Schwarber out of the play. The batter now, Jorge Polanco. And that's downstairs. And that's ball one.
No strikes.
And another ball. One out, base is empty. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
George Springer, the next to hit, takes ball one. Check swing, called strike. 2 outs, base is empty. That's off the inside corner. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's in for a strike. Now one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 2 down, nobody on. That's a walk.
That's a ball.
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone. Ben Rice digging in for the Rockies.
Oh, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And the pitch. Falling behind outside. 2-1. And that one fouled off. Springer off of first with 2 away. Battling here as he fouls it away. Good eye in that spot.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Swing and a ball popped up. Cruz makes the grab, and that is that. Back here in Atlanta, today's starter for Colorado, George Kirby.
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to. Misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the...
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Gone! That ball was crushed. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Ernie Clement. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And there's a foul ball.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And that's in the dirt. 1-2 to count.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Brendan Donovan next up for the Braves. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Not in time. He's safe.
Couple of singles back to back. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity. And at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
And it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead.
That's 3 singles in a row. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun.
On its way to the corner. Lays out for it, but it's a foul ball. That one missing inside.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Going to count 1 and 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 3. 2 on, 1 out. Now in for the Braves, Carlos Santana. On the inside corner for a strike. And that one fouled off. Ball 1 there. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it. Makes the catch for the out. Austin Wells next up for the Braves. Fought off foul. First and second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. Next pitch is outside.
1-1.
Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this.
He locked him up, and that'll do it. All set for the start of the inning. Now here is Brent Rooker. Wells back to work. Wells, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Vinny Pasquantino digs in now. In the air, right side. Dubon under it. 2 down. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Outside low, 2-0. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Fastball for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And misses inside. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate. In the air, right field. Fair ball. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now. So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. That's towards center. Harris should have this one. He's got it, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's O'Neal Cruz.
The shortstop.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. 0-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Harris now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And that's in for a strike. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout. Now the number 2 hitter, Ernie Clement. He's 0 for 1. Makes the catch, inning over. On to the 3rd inning. Here's Colorado's DH, Kyle Schwarber. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball 1. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. And they're chipping away. It's 3-1. Here's the second baseman, Jorge Polanco. And a foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He'll circle the bases. It's 3-2. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. On the ground to third. And that's a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Dubon hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's the Rockies cleanup hitter, Ben Rice. Flied out his first time. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Way back there. You can kiss it goodbye. That's one way to quiet the crowd. It's 3-3. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Rooker getting ready to hit. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And there's 2 down. Next for Colorado, Vinny Pasquantino. Lifted in the air out to left. Yelich should have it. Squeezes it. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in, Brendan Donovan. On the corner for a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
That's in there. That is strike 2.
Well, he's back out here for the 3rd, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
It gets down, a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Now it's Jose Ramirez. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base. Trying to
swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. And now it's Christian Yelich. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, strike 1 is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Springer there makes the catch.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Squirts away a little bit. Two outs. Late on that fastball. Tied up here in the early going. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Start of the fourth. Here's the third baseman, Royce Lewis. And that's in the dirt.
Well, these Rockies doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
Ball.
That's inside.
2-1.
That one misses. 3-1 now. And that one is lifted in the air. Harris after it. And makes the grab. One up, one down. Next to hit for the Rockies, Paul DeYoung. Doubled his first time. The shortstop takes the ball. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1-1.
Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
The center fielder, number 9.
Brenton Doyle digging in for the Rockies. Ripped on a line to center. And that's a base hit. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
1 ball, 1
DeYoung
strike.
over at second. Doyle over at first with 1 away. Ground ball could be 2. To second for 1. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. Ready to go, bottom 4. And here's the first baseman, Carlos Santana. Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
And next for Atlanta, Austin Wells. Doyle makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
And first offering is fouled off. Doyle makes his way towards it. That'll drop in, plays it on a hop, and that extends the inning. Michael Harris the second now at the plate. And a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. Ernie Clement next up for the Braves. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Polanco tosses to first. 3rd out. And we're back. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Jorge Polanco. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, these Rockies doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Just off the inside edge. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Yelich on the move. He's got it. 1 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down.
Ball.
Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
No strikes.
Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He makes the catch, and there's two down. Here's the left fielder, Brent Rooker. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Raging back towards the wall. And it hits the fence. Here comes Springer around third. Oh, he botches it. He'll score easily. And they put up the stop sign at second.
Well done. Drives in the run. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
That one off the mark. Yeah, that's ball two.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you, so make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Back at Truist Park, and here is Brendan Donovan. Hit hard but foul off to the left. And that's a base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Ball
just
inside.
Missed. And that is out of play. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
The left fielder, number 22.
Here comes Christian Yelich. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. 0-1 now. And there's a ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
1-1.
Donovan over at first with one away. He's under it. And there's two down. Here's Mauricio Dubon. Dubon in his 5th season, 30 years old now, and he was born in Honduras. Runner on the go. Doyle brings it in, and that will end the inning. Back here in Atlanta, top 6. Here's Royce Lewis. Kirby Yates gets the call from the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
That's in there, and it's 0-2.
0-2.
And that one missing low. Next pitch is downstairs.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Hit on the ground to short. Cruz out to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Paul DeYoung, the next to hit. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
The shortstop takes the ball. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. In the air, out towards right center. Puts it away for the out. So digging in, Brenton Doyle. 1 for 2. Out towards right center field. Dubon on his way over. Makes the catch. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th. And now Carlos Santana.
For Colorado, number 54. Danny
Right through there for a strike. And now it's even up. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Swing and a ground ball. Slides for the stop. The throw, and that's a great play for the out.
It's such a great feeling when a team can rely on their shortstop to make a play like that. It builds up confidence for everyone on his team. It might even inspire a few more web gyms before the game is over.
Ryan Snitker making a move for a bat here. Freddie Fermin. 1 out. The base is empty for him. Springer settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out. 2 away now. So up next, O'Neal Cruz. So now pinch hitter for Atlanta, Mason Wynn, looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Fouled off. He was late. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. And we're back. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
Kyle Schwarber.
Yates back to work. That's down and in. The next offering misses. Now 2-0. And another ball. Swing and a ball drilled center field. And it's caught for the out. Jorge Polanco will hit next. He's already homered in this game. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 5-3. Here's George Springer. Hit in the air, center field. Harris has a beat on it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there are 2 down. Ben Rice digging in for the Rockies.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back at Truist Park, set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. To Young. The throw to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Next to hit, Ernie Clement.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
The Braves down by a pair here at the bottom of the 7th.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Runner takes off. Little chopper rolls foul. The tying run at the plate. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Runner goes again. Foul ball, still 0-2. On the ground left side, 6, 4. 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it. Back here in Atlanta, new inning getting started. Now it's going to be Brent Rooker. Well struck left field. Adios, pelota. He'll touch them all. And they add to the lead. It's 6-3. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. He sends it out of here. And they tack on to their lead. It's 7-3. There's a swing and a drive. Back there. And that's going to bang against the wall. Now he'll turn for second. And that's a two-bagger. So in now for Colorado, Paul DeYoung. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Eric Sabrowski now to pitch out of the pen here.
Number 62.
The shortstop takes the ball. Lewis leads off second with nobody out. Got him. And 1 away. And now Brenton Doyle 1 for 3. And it's fouled away. And the slider just misses.
1-1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Out number 2. So a man aboard, and Kyle Schwarber will come up. That clips the corner. And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's Jose Ramirez.
Number 56.
Estrada, 26 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2017. First pitch swinging.
You know, these Braves, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they should feel very good about.
The 0-2. He goes down looking. And now it'll be Christian Yelich, the MVP in 2018, the runner-up in 2019. Swinging a foul out of play.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes.
Two down. And here is Mauricio Dubon. Trying to bunt his way on. They thwart the bunt attempt and end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 9th, and now it's going to be Jorge Polanco. That's to 3rd, and it gets by him. Man at first, nobody out. And the batter is George Springer. And a curve drops in for a strike. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. And they add a couple more. It's 9-3. Now, Ben Rice swings and misses. It's 0-1.
No balls. 1 strike.
Lifted in the air, right field. makes the catch, and there's one gone. Brent Rooker digging in for the Rockies. He's already homered here in this one. That one ripped. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. One down, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
The first baseman,
Vinny
9,
Pasquantino digs in now.
Hitting for Colorado, number 8, Christian Walker.
And that one pulled foul. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
That one ripped right center field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Foul ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Yelich drops into the glove, and that is that. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
Caught him looking for the K.
Now batting, the catcher.
Here's the catcher, Freddie Fermin. Flied to right his first time. One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport. These are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. The Braves down to their last out. Now at the plate, Mason Wynn. He's 0 for 1.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Just missed.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think about it, 9 straight strikes, so tough to do.
That's too low. And the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Hill is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game. Kirby with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
9-3 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.